Hi guys, welcome to Ski-Snowboard-Tuning. My name's Neil. Today's video, as promised, is how to use a ski-snowboard-tuning kit. I'm just going to go over everything quickly and then I'm going to do separate videos on each stage, a bit more in depth. So, how to service your snowboard from Ski-Snowboard-Tuning. First thing to remember is we're going to make a lot of mess. So make sure you've got a good area, stuff down on the floor, not doing it on the sofa. My tip is the most important thing with a snowboard is to take your bindings off completely. Don't loosen them, just take them off completely. Right, so let's get going. Right, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to inspect your snowboard. So just running your hand over it, just having a feel. And I can see that I don't need to do any P-Tex in. And today I'm going to service this Duke board, manufactured and made in the UK. One of my favourite boards to ride. So we're going to get started. First we need to clean the base of the board. Now usually I like to do a hot wax scrape. So I'll melt the wax and then while it's still hot, scrape it off. And that just pulls all the muck and all the dirt out of the base. And another way you can do it is by using a base cleaner. So let's get started. So spray the board. This is also good for cleaning your tools afterwards. Right, and then in your kit you have a structure pad. So I've cut mine in half because I can use the other bit later on. I'm just going to give the base a good clean. Get all around them edges. Always try and go forwards and backwards. Spray a bit more if need be. Boom. Now with your ski snowboard tuning cloth, let's get that dry. There we go, and then I like to leave it for a good 20 minutes, half an hour, just completely dry. Okay, so now we're going to, first thing we do is inspect the edges. Right, so with your finger carefully. In our full kit, we have some diamond files. So I just like to run very gently, wet it. This just takes any burrs out the edges and it protects your tool. That's how we do that. And then with your tool, I will do an in-depth video because edges and base will take ages to do an in-depth one, but I will do one. But pretty much I know that I want it at 87. Degree angle, that's a 90. I like it on an 87. There's a little arrow pointing, so literally just grab it. To detune your board, I'll do a video on that as well. But coming back a little bit, nice and softly, let the blade do the work. And stopping about here, we don't want the tip and tail to be sharp. flat's got a bite to it, which is absolutely perfect. As I say, I will do a video on edges more in depth and how to detune. So once you've done both sides, you've done all your edges, you're all happy with that. Now you can P-Tex, obviously black and clear. Black P-Tex is for the darker areas, and the clear P-Tex is for the white areas. I will do the video soon on that. And then in the full kit you get a metal scraper. Once you've P-Texed, just run, get that nice and flat. So, the fun part, waxing. Ski-Snowboard-Tuning iron, it's specifically made for waxing your snowboard and your skis. You don't want it smoking, so we'll just get a little bit of heat and then we'll wax the snowboard. So a couple of different ways you can do it. You can drip the wax on, or you can, which I like to do personally because it doesn't make so much mess, is crayon. So just takes a little bit longer, but you only need the tiniest amount of wax. But for speed, we're just going to get it all on. So we get it all around the snowboard. So it's not smoking. Okay, that's chalking. I like to chalk. All in them areas. Right, so I think that's enough wax on there. And with your iron, start in the middle. Get a bit of heat, spread it out. See the wax just melting into the base of the snowboard. Oh, it smells lovely. So the wax that we supply is a universal wax, so you're not going to worry about the temperature of the snow. Excuse me. Make it up a little bit. So for a start, I'm just going forwards and backwards. Now. Letting the iron do the work, we're not pushing down too hard. Never leaving it in one place for too long. Excuse me. you need to add a little bit more wax, then do so. Brilliant iron. Right, so now my next tip is we're going to start and we're going to do the last pass really slowly. So you'll have a nice little puddle behind the back of the iron. And the puddle lets me know that it's really getting into the pores of the snowboard. Alright, I'm going to do that over the whole of the snowboard. So you don't want it bubbling, you just want a nice patch behind. One more. Love it. Set the iron down. So, after you've waxed your snowboard, I always recommend that you leave it for a good hour or overnight and then come back the next day and then we're going to scrape it all off. But for the video, I'm just going to start scraping it straight away. Ski-Snowboard-Tuning scraper. So, we're going to go the direction the snowboard will be going, so tip to tail. With my scraper, I want you to put a little bit of an angle, and it just stops you from, if you go flat at it, like so, sometimes it can judder, and if you put a slight angle on, it stops it from juddering, like so. So a bit of an angle, start wherever. And this is the messy bit. Nice and soft. So I'll just put a box down there just to catch it all. Excuse me. And obviously, with the end of your scraper, you can do your edges. So just make sure you're getting all the wax off. Right. the most important thing when I do a service is you've got to get as much wax off as you can. And you'll feel with the back of your hand, if there's a place where there's wax, your hand will pretty much stop. So it's really important to get as much wax off as you can. Right, concentrate on here. So go round on the tail. So already I can feel that's wanting to glide. I've not even structured it yet. Use the back of your hand to feel, so I can feel there's wax still on there. You can also have a good look at the snowboard, and then you can see, I can see there's a big piece of wax just here, so you can address that. So, to me, scraping is the most important part of servicing your snowboard. Couple more and I think we're about there. So again, back of my hand. Right, so once you're happy, you've got as much wax off with the scraper as you can. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to structure with your structure pad. So the clean one, that's what I mean about the mess. So the tip I also like to do is you get a waxing cork, and that's for after you structure. I wrap my structure pad around my cork, gives me a bit more, holding the board, forwards and backwards movements. Forwards and backwards. The board will start to shine. You can see a little bit of wax, I can see just here. Get your scraper again. Back with your structure pad. The more you do this, the faster you'll go. Getting all the structure back in the base of your board. Back of your hand again. As I say, the longer you do it, the better the finish on the snowboard will be. For the video, I'm just going to cut it short. After you've done all that, you get your cork, and this gets rid of all the wax dandruff, and it puts a nice shine to your board. So again, working the cork forwards and backwards. And then on your last few passes, once you've done that, push all the wax dandruff off the board. Lovely. It's ready to glide. Always using the back of your hand. And that's the basic of servicing your snowboard. In my next video I'm going to go in depth on every stage that I've gone through quickly today. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.